Bonjour, everyone! It's time to tell a tale. My name is Jukie Davie, but you can just call me Jukie. Jukie Davie, why do you say bonjour? I am so glad you asked. Bonjour means hello in French. And the story I'm going to read to you today takes place in... You got it! It takes place in France. Mm, 2%. It's goodness. And since the story takes place in France, I want to dress up like I'm going to France. Let me get my wand. Ready? Now I feel like I'm in France. All right, are we all ready for our story? All right, the story I'm going to read to you today is called Madeline by Ludwig Bemelmans. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines, lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread and brushed their teeth and went to bed. It looks like the girls lived together in a boarding school. How fun! They smiled at the good. Look at the woman feeding the horse. How nice. And frowned at the bad. And look at this guard chasing this thief right in front of the Place Vendôme. Place Vendôme, a square in Paris, France. And this place right here in the book, that's called the Opera. It's a very famous building in France. And sometimes they were very sad. Look at this wounded soldier in front of the Hotel des Invalides. You know, this place used to be a hospital for war veterans. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain, a rainy day in front of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame in front of Notre Dame. Ding, 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 ding. A rainy day in front of Notre Dame. La, 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 la. Or shine. A sunny day in the gardens of Luxembourg. The smallest one was Madeline. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow, and ice, especially ice skating in front of the Church of Sacré-Cœur. To the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just said, "Pooh-pooh!" And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, "Something is not right." Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried. Her eyes were red. And soon after, Dr. Cone came and rushed out to the phone. He dialed Danton 106. "Nurse," he said, "it's an appendix." Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in his arm and a blanket safe and warm. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. And we all know what this is. This is the Eiffel Tower, the most famous tower there is in France. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Oh, how pretty, thank you. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed there was a crank, and a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. Oh, outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. One nice morning, Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?" And look, there's a man feeding birds at the Tuileries Gardens facing the Louvre. Oh, look how nice! They're getting flowers for Madeline. Maybe I'll get some flowers for Madeline too. Visitors from 2 to 4 read a sign outside her door. Tiptoeing with solemn face, with some flowers, and a vase. In they walked and then said, "Aww," when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. But the biggest surprise by far, on her stomach, was a scar. "Goodbye," they said. "We'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. They went home and broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, "Something is not right!" And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavel ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." And all the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo! We want to have our appendix out too!" "Good night, little girls. Thanks the Lord you are well. And now, go to sleep," said Miss Clavel. And she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. The end. I hope you all enjoyed your story today. I hope you had a lot of fun visiting France and seeing all the beautiful, wonderful buildings that they have there. Madeline is such a classic story. It really shows us how wonderful it is to have friends by your side. Ooh. I'm still wearing my beret, aren't I? I should probably take care of that. Let me get my wand. Ooh. Say bon voyage. Ooh. There goes my beret. Maybe I'll wear it again when I visit France someday. I hope you all enjoyed your story today. If you enjoyed yourself, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any good stories. I will see you next time when it's time to tell a tale. Goodbye, everyone! So good. So refreshing.